if you're like us, so like military trailblazers, a bunch of new people in Salesforce, some of us have our own jobs and we're using Slack on the side, what are one of three, we've only got a few minutes left. What's one possible capability that you could give us to maybe integrate into what we do to give us a little bit of an idea of what are some of those capabilities to ignite our passion, to say the least?
I'll jump over to Rebecca. Do you mind answering that one?
Yeah. So Iris, are you talking about maybe that you can do right out of the box with like the free version of Slack? Just to
yeah, I'm sorry, we're still working it out.
Yeah, so just I'm trying to think of like my favorite so my favorite feature that you could use, just especially from the free version. I would say something that really helps, one of the things that really helps, and then I'll popcorn this over to Frank or Jaclyn to add too if they want to, but even just the ability to share emojis helps your communication go so much faster. For example, like Frank sent me something that he needed, and we were looking at an RFI, and I was able to put eyes on it right away, and so was Jaclyn. So we didn't have to have a big conversation over who's going to take care of this, who's going to work on it. Bam, he knew we had seen it. We put one emoji. Same with the check mark emoji. I have a colleague that sometimes asks me to follow up on things, and once I've done it, I can just put the check mark. I don't have to send an email. I don't have to explain anything. Okay, bam, that's done. So it's just making communication so much faster that I think would really help.
Yeah, I think that's really important. It's funny because when I got the job with Slack after I came out of retirement, Slack is a younger person's tool, right? So you can see the gray. I'm not a younger person anymore, right? It's interesting because my kids are older, like my kids are in their 30s. So when I told them I got a job with Slack, they're like, "You did what? You're working for who?" And I'm like, yeah. I know it's funny. And they're like, "Dad, do you even know what this is?" I go, "Well, I'm learning. But by the way, I speak in emojis now." And they just cracked up laughing because it's true. It's like I got into my introduction to the team. I mean, I'm looking at this thing. It's just peppered with emojis about everything from Microsoft, where I came from, to the Coast Guard, and it's cool, it's fun, but like Rebecca said, I sent an RFI over to them in a DM, which is a direct message to them. I said, "Can you guys, give me some input on this, please?" Both of them, 2 eyes came up right away. I'm done. I'm on to something else. So it was very, very cool. And so I think that's important. I also think that the single pane of glass is important to me as well as my customers. So I love where we can take those integrations with applications that we use on a regular basis and bring them into Slack, so I don't have to keep popping in and out of things. So that's super helpful for me. And I'll popcorn over to Jaclyn to see if she's got anything she wants to add to that.
Yeah, and Iris, I don't know if you've played a lot around just our search feature. If you've become familiar with, really understanding how you can easily find what you're looking for. I think, when I think about one of the key benefits that Slack provides to our customers within the public sector is the ability to just search across this repository that they're going to be able to organically build, right? And whenever you have these various teams that begin using Slack and they're sharing information, they're sharing documents from other systems that other people may not have access to, it just becomes very powerful, right, for the people using it. So I would just say, for those of you who don't know how powerful our search engine is within Slack, I would definitely get acquainted with the various filters that you can use. Even, one of the things that sticks out is also just being able to search across your directory, right? Like find different people within your workspaces. Depending on how Slack is set up within each organization, you're able to find, other people within the organization or company that you're working with and be able to connect with them as well.